We have some other very special scouting news to share tonight about our distinguished citizen honorees. Bob Williams, if you saw the amount of awards Bob has, wow. I mean, I don't know what you've missed, Bob, in your life. Well, we've got another one to add for you tonight. Bob Williams has been selected for the prestigious Distinguished Eagle Scout Award. And there's a photo of it on our video screens. Since its establishment in 1969, the Distinguished Eagle Scout Award has become one of the most prestigious Boy Scout awards. Listen to these previous recipients: President Gerald Ford, several governors and senators, presidential cabinet members, military flag officers, university presidents, CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. Each recipient had risen to a state of fame or eminence in his chosen life's work before receiving the award. Bob will officially receive his and be presented to Bob at a special court of honor at the Hiller Aviation Museum on June 28th. And you're all welcome to attend the ceremony. More information on that event is in the program. Again, June 28th at the Hiller Aviation Museum. So, and again, congratulations to Bob. Two other distinguished Eagle Scouts with us this evening are Pitch Johnson and Bill Stark, and we congratulate them as well. We have a special recognition for Carol tonight, and we would like to read a congratulatory letter that we received from Marina Park. Marina is the CEO of the Girl Scouts of Northern California. Dear Carol, on behalf of Girl Scouts of Northern California, congratulations on your well-deserved recognition at tonight's Distinguished Citizen Dinner. We are inspired by your history of service to country and community, your courage and leadership, and your willingness to extend a hand to help those in need and those who aspire to follow in your footsteps. We also are proud of the role that Girl Scouts played in helping you become the person you so clearly are, a woman of courage, confidence, and character who makes the world a better place. Congratulations, and thank you from one Girl Scout sister to another. Sincerely, Marina Park, CEO, Girl Scouts of Northern California. So I'm sorry, Mark. Congratulations, Carol. We have a limited edition Girl Scout statue to present to Carol as well. How about that? Sandy presenting that. Congratulations, Carol. Now, we've heard a lot about scouting, and we've all had the opportunity to contribute to the betterment of scouting. Now it's time to move to our focal point tonight, the recognition of our honored guests and the presentation of this Distinguished Citizen Award to Carol and Bob. And a few moments ago, I shared some of the thoughts that I've had from my time getting to know Carol and Bob. I think the first time I met Carol, by the way, was on the golf course. I think it was, right? And I thought it was really great of you to give Bob 5 aside. That was really nice. But I can't get over and emphasize the room tonight when you see this collection of our community here and the measure of who Bob and Carol have touched through their lives, both personal and professional. It's a measure to why they are so honored tonight. I was just on a trip about 3 weeks ago. And the Southeast Alabama Council, and I'm not sure of the exact name, but the Boy Scouts of America, Southeast Alabama Council, a family friend of mine was given the Distinguished Citizen Award honor. And it stopped the town. It was an amazing feat and achievement for a friend of mine who has achieved a lot in his life. And I got a firsthand feeling for what Carol and Bob feel like to be so honored tonight. Now, enough of me. Close friends who will share personal reflections of Bob and Carol, and our first speaker, Judy Koch, a special friend who is going to come up and now share some well wishes about Carol. Judy.
Carol and Bob, this is, I'm just, all I can say is wow. I thought this would be a nice, small, intimate group of good friends, and of course I wouldn't be nervous and I would know exactly what to say, but this is just a little bit overwhelming. So to all of you good friends of Carol and Bob, I hope I can tell and convey the enthusiasm that all of us have in this room for Carol and Bob's success. Now, there are stories I would like to tell, and Bob and Carol, not to worry, they're all good stories. I couldn't think of one bad story to tell. So I could tell you about the story of how Bob and Carol first met, which many of you, I think, have heard that story of their passionate, immediate infatuation years ago when they first met. And if you haven't heard that story, please ask them to tell you, because especially Carol tells it with such honesty and good humor that it's a wonderful story, and I wish I had time to tell you. It's hard not to tell. Or I could tell you about about the time, but I'm not going to tell you this one, about the time that Bob played matchmaker and invited me to go to London with Carol and Bob so he could introduce me to Sir James all the way across the pond. Now that's a good friend. But I'm telling you the story because it shares Bob's optimism. Bob thinks that good things might happen if you take a chance. He was so excited, planning and plotting in my best interests. Optimism is a trait of a good leader, and I think that is one of Bob's strongest assets that contributes to his outstanding leadership and accomplishments. Or I could tell you how I learned that Carol has developed friendships around the world through her leadership and participation with the International Women's Forum. When we were in London, she hosted a luncheon, and I found these were not just casual acquaintances of women that she had met, but these had become lifelong friends, not of Carol, just Carol's, but Carol and Bob. And it was just a testimony that they value friendship. We all know friends in the room tonight. They work at it, they keep us engaged, and we are very lucky and fortunate to be able to call them friends. Or I could tell you about Carol's leadership in developing the concept and the organization of the Salon. The Salon, a group of her friends that she gathers once a month to share ideas and thoughts with no experts telling us what to think. She is passionate about it. She is an organized leader. And again, creating meaningful and experiences for her friends, and at the same time, creating networks for doing good as we all get to know each other. So friends from either International Women's Forum or friends from the Salon, would you please stand up in honor of Carol? Because a few of you are here tonight, and I know she would like to see you again. Or I could tell you about Carol's passion for children and education. Not very long ago, we celebrated Carol's 75th birthday, a few friends, and we took some books in a bookcase to a school in East Palo Alto, and Carol read The Little Engine That Could with such passion and such joy that the children all bonded with her, and she bonded with them. So then her idea, you would think that you could just give her a birthday present and it's over with, but not Carol. She wants to go back every year, and she now wants to donate books to these children that she read to last year. But these 20 children now have been dispersed to 3 classrooms. So now it becomes 60 children that she wants to give a book to, all these children. You can't do anything small with Carol. It has to be big. So Carol has been asking what book we could give to them. And I'm not like Carol. I can't keep up with her. But finally, I found the Bright book, Carol, and we can do it. It's Richard Scarry's best word book ever in English and Spanish, so they can take it home at the end of the year and learn vocabulary over the summer with their parents. We'll do it before the end of the year because I know that is high on your agenda. And Bob was there at that event. Bob was there beaming with pride for Carol, and it's one of the things about Bob, I think, is he really shares great joy and pride. It's not just about always having to be about him. So he was supporting Carol's passion. He has been giving books and bookcase libraries to his friends in honor of them. And I think we all know that Bob is someone who really takes time to recognize other people. As he did Larry and Lynn Christensen, who have worked so hard on this event tonight, he donated a bookcase library in honor of them to 2 preschool classrooms in Palo Alto. So all of the stories I could tell you about in detail, I think just confirm the fact that Carol and Bob have accomplished so much because they are true leaders. They know what needs to be done, and then they also do it with optimism, with passion, with generosity, vision, traits of successful leaders. But I think the big story is tonight that we're all witnessing. As I said earlier, I thought this would be a small event. I thought I could have a couple of glasses of wine before I got up here to talk, but believe me, I cooled it because I decided I better know what I'm going to say in front of this group. And so tonight, exceptional honorees, Carol and Bob, you had a vision when you were asked to be honored, you accepted, but not just accepting and buying a couple of tables. You had a vision to raise $300,000. I think we all thought you were a little over the top, but I think you're going to make it. And you knew what needed to be done. You knew there was a need to raise money to support the Scout Outreach Program. So you didn't just sit back and hope it will happen. You make it happen. And I want to thank you personally for all of us for allowing us to honor you, for giving us an opportunity to contribute and feel good about doing so, and for raising the bar in support of the Scout Outreach. So I would like for all of you to raise your glasses and toast Bob and Carol. And I'm going to go sit down and have my first glass of wine. Thank you very much.